What's up guys, my name is Splattercat and welcome back to our LP of Warlock, Master of the Arcane. So where we had left off, I always like to do little recap. I know that I sound like a broken record here every single start of an episode, but I like to do little recaps. As you can tell, we are swarming, we were just pulling a complete and total army ant, and actually that was a surprising answer if you were paying attention to the Don't Starve LP. I asked what everybody's favorite animal was, and surprisingly ants won, and so I figured I'd use the ant metaphor here. We are just swarming into this Cryptol region, and I'm pretty sure that Rajach's days are numbered, so I don't see too much more time passing before he actually falls victim, and then from there it should be just a little bit of cleanup work, because honestly, taking a look at this territory over here, unless King Lich has been ridiculously expansive off to the right, I just don't see any way that this is going to take long to conquer, so we'll see what happens there. Let's go ahead though, and let's take a look at our diplomatic situation. Ooh, and they made a non-aggression pact. Okay, that's fine. And we've got some recruiting finish. Is that our wizard? Ooh, alright, so our wizard's ready to roll, although I think we already knew about that. I'm pretty sure we already knew about that. So anyways, let's end this turn up because I want to get moving and see what we can get done, like a lemma, as the people overseas like to say, or a lemur, as people around here like to say. Either way, potato. Now, it looks like King Lich, okay, he's pulling his ridiculous lupine army just out of our territory, which is going to be pretty nice. I feel weird with wolves snarling at me, and it looks like they're going to continue. I don't know what their vendetta is against that tower. It must have said something just angry about their mother or something. I'm not really sure. I don't pay attention to what the tower says too much. That could explain the stack of lawsuits I have on my desk. In any case, it looks like these spiders are making a play against Bopo, trying to capture it and see what they can take over. But we're not going to allow that. No siree. We're going to put some arrows on them from right here. And these leveled up guys actually did pretty well there. They actually did more damage than I expected them to do. So let's take... Do those zombies have axes? Oh my god, I never noticed. These zombies have battle axes. That's wild. That is super crazy. And I never noticed. And so they're going to finish off that group of spiders there so that Bopo can rest in peace rather than in pieces. Let's take a shot at Cryptol here. And then I really don't know if it's going to go down this turn. I would like to act psychic here, or at least be a little bit of a diviner and tell you that this is going to work out the way that I plan it to, but I can't guarantee it. And if it ends with 1 HP left, I swear to God. 1 HP, really? Is that what we're going to do here? Alright. So I guess we're going to have to pull these back around. Let's go ahead and cast a healing spell on the dwarves one more time. We have another group of clerics around here somewhere that I should probably go through. But anyways, let's take a look at what we can build this turn. So we have the opportunity to add to Bichton. So let's take and let's stick with the overall motif here and just keep stacking gold. I mean, I don't see any problems with that overall assessment. And over here, we've got a nice little surplus of gold, so let's go ahead and put in that tower or that research station that we've been, if I wanted to put a sci-fi spin on it, the research station, he said. Anyways, I think we should probably keep stacking mana over here. I mean, we're pretty much in the end game at this point where we've more or less wrapped up the game. And he is requesting our support against King Lich. Whatever. That's fine. That's cool with me, buddy. I'm alright with that. And then we've got the opportunity to take some shots at some people. Take a couple... Is that an ent? Dear God. Oh my God. What is this? Are you for real right now? An ent? Life is not looking so good for us right now, guys. Things are looking less than pleasant. So let me see what I can do over here. Let's run off these wolves as best we can. We're not doing much damage against those, so there's no point even wasting a shot at them. And we're going to take a Shadow Bolt at the Ghost Wolves there. Oh, good. The Ghost Wolves are not immune to it, so that's fine. And then we're going to have the Veterans take a swipe right there, although that didn't work out so well, so I guess we'll add a little bit of a volley. Just send them a volley. There we are. And so now they're out of the way. I do wish I had waited just a moment so I could drag them back, but unfortunately, I got a little ahead of myself. And so... It looks like they've got candy corn arms right there. That's like the candy corn color. It looks like their arms have little candy corns. Make me hungry. I think I'm the only person on Earth that actually likes candy corn. And so, can I fire this? Yeah! Go ahead, wizards. Let's get some XP. And hopefully they are weak in some respect. There we go. So, I don't really know what their bonuses are going to be. I don't get to endgame very often. I'm the kind of person that likes the beginning of these sorts of games, and so I just play like the beginning to mid-game phase. And I don't know if any of you guys do that, where like you'll save, you'll come back after a couple days, and you'll be like, oh my god, I don't remember what I was doing. I've got to restart now. And then you just restart. That's pretty much how strategy games seem to go for me. I always enjoy the beginning. The beginning always feels so much more optimistic than the last little half. And so let's heal those clerics because they're getting a little battered. I think they took a fireball and a volley from Dreadspell. And it looks like our ogre is going to wrap combat up here, which means he's going to be able to sweep on down, and hopefully he'll help us with our assault on Dreadspell, which should resolve next turn. I think we'll be able to kill Cryptol, and then we'll just float over here and take Dreadspell. And then after that, King Lich is going to start sweating because he's got to be toast. And yeah, that's just the announcement that war has been declared between those two. Recruiting is complete. Which recruiting is that? Is that just for the catapult? Okay, fantastic. So let's end this turn as well. And so he's going to throw weak little fireball there once again. Looks like he threw a catapult or something at us. I don't know. He's going to waste that bombardment. He's going to have us swarmed by wolves who are going to attack my towers for some reason. And we've got that little unit right there that's been back behind our lines for a while. Hopefully this Ent isn't doing what I think it's going to do. If it is, this is going to get unpleasant very, very rapidly. So hopefully it doesn't come to that. The sea monster just tried to attack our ogre. That'd be a pretty spectacular battle to witness. And so, yeah, he is going to move into our territory. That is unfortunate. I don't really know how we're going to deal with that right now. So let's go ahead and we're going to take the town with the veterans because they're about to level up. And that actually didn't do it for them. I was assuming that would allow them to level up, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Now, Dreadspell is going to take a little bit of finesse. We're not going to be able to brute force this one. 500 HP is a lot of health to have to deal with a city. So I think what I'll do is let's go ahead and get everybody rested up. And the units that aren't rested up, well, we've got the dwarves right here, so I guess we can have them take their first little stab at it. We've also got our siege unit right here, so he's already actually down a fifth of his health, so this may work out in our favor. Let's take a look. This group of clerics, oh, there's a cooldown on it. How lovely. So I guess I'll just have them rest and hopefully they survive the next turn. We'll have this hero come around to here to make space for anybody else that wants to swarm on in. This unit has the opportunity, we're not going to upgrade anything. This unit, nah, we'll bring this unit down perhaps, mayhaps, and they will take a swipe there. This unit can also join in the, not reindeer games, but he can join in the sieging games, I guess. And then this group of skeletons is going to come down from behind. That guy's resting. This group right here appears to have already used up its turn. We'll have the skeleton archers take a step up into the mountains there. This group of clerics is going to have the opportunity to come down behind these units. Move that over to there. We've got this group of zombies. I don't really know what I want to do with them just yet. We have the opportunity to fire a shot at those. That's not going to do anything though. 0 damage. Yes, they're immune. Lovely. It's just what I like to see when I waste my time on a shot. And then we'll move that ogre as far as possible. Maybe I'll put a healing spell on him so he doesn't have to rest for a turn because we are getting a pretty substantial amount of health. Or I'm sorry, a pretty substantial amount of mana per turn. I think he regenerates anyways, but it's not a big deal. Now our eastern front, we actually have a little bit of a problem over here that we're going to have to deal with fairly shortly. I'm going to have these units shoot at the wolves, see if we can get rid of them that way. And then we've got to deal with Ents and all kinds of invaders over here, which makes us into a bit of a target, unfortunately. So I'm willing to bet. Let's see what the Ent is weak to. He's very weak to elemental magic, so that's going to put us on course. Let's see what the biggest, baddest fireball nuke we have is. It's 20 damage, so we'll throw that on there. We didn't cast the buff on ourselves just yet that's going to allow us to... Yeah, we didn't cast the buff just yet that is going to allow us to cast a little quicker. However, we do have the opportunity to fire with our wizards, and since he's weak to all elemental magic, that's probably going to help us out anyways. We'll also take a swing at him with these guys, and he won't be that bad, actually. It doesn't seem like he's going to be that nasty. We've got a wizard that's about to pop out next turn, so that's also going to help out with this whole situation. I really do loathe these elementals. These elementals tend to be a huge problem, and they're really the only unit in the game that I'm kind of afraid of, to be honest. They're the only thing that actually... What is this? The Magic Bazaar. And so, protection potions for our characters. Well, just for the sake of experimentation, I actually don't have a problem throwing down one of these, so let's just see what happens. I've honestly never toyed around with some of the magic units. I tend to get to the end game and then just kind of quit because you can see the writing on the wall. I don't know if you guys do that too. I do that a lot with Civilization and games like this where it's pretty easy to see once you've won. It's like playing chess. Like, you'll have that distinct moment where you're like, oh, I've got this in the bag. And so, enchanted weapons, that's actually a fairly attractive proposal as well. So we'll do the enchanted weapons. I don't really know how those are going to help us, but we'll see what happens there. This place was just kind of pumping out random stuff. And since we have the opportunity, I'm just going to make a craftsman's district, I guess. I should have probably ironed out that swamp, but I don't want to waste the mana on it. And he's asking for support. Yeah, I'll support you, man. I thought I said that last turn, too. And so you have the opportunity to bring this catapult up here. And so let's go ahead and bring up that group of veterans too. We're not even gonna have to defend this border anymore once we get rid of our friend, well, our loose friend Rajach, and that's not a statement about his bar time ethics. That's actually a statement about the way we've been interacting with him the entire game. Somehow he's magically mustering the ability to hit us with AoEs, which is unexpected, but unfortunately we're just gonna have to deal with that as it goes along. What is he gonna do? Oh good, he's gonna divert towards that other tower. I don't really care about that, that's fine. He's gonna siege our city a little bit, and it doesn't look like we're gonna get any further update on what's going to occur, so I think these gents have the City Fighter perk because they seem to do a reasonable amount of damage when they hit Dread Spell. Let's see here. Yeah, Dread Spell actually is not looking quite as stacked as it did before. Dread Spell actually had me worried for a while. We took a little bit of damage in here, and so that's going to lead me to throw a bit of a heal on the tier 2 units. We're gonna, oh, they get XP for healing too. That's actually a really cool feature. Alright, I like that a lot. And so let's go over here with him. Does he have movement left? He does. So there's another 25. Ooh, a crit for 38. Alright. And if we can actually get the Ogre to right here with movement points left. Oh, I was hoping that would seal the deal. Unfortunately, not the case. Not the case. We're just gonna have to live with what we have at the moment. We have veterans holding down the fort right here, and I think I'm going to take the remainder of these units and start diverting them east because that's where our next big conflict is going to be at. So let's take everything we have in Bhopal. I'm actually going to disband this group of zombies because I don't see them as being that useful to me. I'm going to leave those archers there because I like them. For whatever reason, I like skeleton archers. It's just one of those things that I find them to be an attractive unit, and so we can cycle them back and forth. Maybe I should have left the zombies there, but, you know, regrets. Regrets, regrets, regrets. You have the opportunity to fire the chance to take a shot at somebody with our fireball over here. So let's see what we've got for a target. And I think I'm going to go with, yeah, let's go with him. I don't think that's going to kill him. It's going to hurt him pretty badly. Oh, never mind. Vaporized. Turned into kindling, so I accept that. We'll get him healed for now. We'll have them take kind of a lackluster shot, I suppose. Oh, they have a cooldown finally, so I guess that's how that's going to be. That's not going to do any damage. We can fire at him with arrows. I don't know what it's going to do, though. They are stone elementals or earth elementals, so I'm not really positive the actual damage that that's going to throw down, and it doesn't appear to be much. We've got some more construction ready to go. Craftsman's District is what we're going to stick with over here, just so we can keep some more gold flowing. At this location, we're actually only waiting for this to expand out further so we can get to this Halberd Hall. All the other things, not really that concerned about. I mean, we have adamantium right here, which is pretty cool. That's going to allow us to do some pretty sweet upgrades, but I guess what I'll go with at this location is further mana traps. So there it is. And so we've got some more mana trappage going on. We are snagging those manas greedily. And now we have the ooh, okay. So I think we have our Minotaur. So we have the Demonologist Workshop, which seems kind of lame. That wasn't what I was really hoping for. We have the Minotaur Palace, though. Apparently, or we have the Minotaur Labyrinth. And so actually, if you have two... Okay, so the Minotaur Labyrinth is acting as a buff. Or at least for somebody. I can't really tell who that's going to be a buff for. Maybe rogues or something of that nature? Yikes. It's got cross swords and it's got monsters, so I suppose it's going to be for monsters. We don't even have Minotaurs in the first place, so let's get a Minotaur cave built, because that's a pretty sweet upgrade. The Minotaurs tend to be pretty badass, especially if we can throw some buffs on them. We've got an artifact here, a Stone of Force. We have enough gold, sure, we'll take it. And then we'll go to our Hall of Lords so that we get some mileage out of it, and then we'll put it on Lancelese. There it is. And so it's going to increase his total power by 10%. And we're going to go with the few places that can take shots at people. Unfortunately, that's not really going to do anything. These are all undead units. Wait, hold on. Was that the town or was that a tower? Hold on, let's go back. It was a tower, okay. And then this tower right here can take a shot at them. I don't think it's going to do anything, though, but futility, why not? That should be our motto here. And now we have veterans ready to go against Dreadspell. Oh, they have a level up. They have a level up. Okay, we'll stick with that. Let's give them City Fighter. And then we've got another level up here with our clerics. And so I guess we'll give them resistance to elemental. We also have this unit. We're going to give them City Fighter as well because they've already got reasonable movement. And it's still trying to get me to bait into there. That was actually a misclick. We'll give them elemental resistance too. This unit here can take a shot at them, and I'm going to allow them to do it simply because it's going to give them some XP. It's not going to be the best move, but at least it's something. It's going to give them the opportunity to at least get some kind of leveling done. What do we have here? So they've got a move still. We don't really care. The catapult is actually kind of wasting its time going that way. I don't think it's going to get there in time, so we'll send him back towards the east for the big assault against our foe on our eastern border. And so This unit here is just some skeleton warriors. We'll start heading them east as well. And that's them again. Go away, wizards. We don't need you right now. Go away. And so he's going to hit us with lightning there, another spell there. He is leveling. Oh, that's for Nicholas Frost. Okay, good. I was going to say, he is throwing down. In his final moments, he is definitely trying really hard. And it looks like it's back on us. So there's not a whole lot of recaps that it's doing right now, which is fine by me. I don't feel like watching 1,000 moves from somebody else, but we'll take a swing at Dreadspell. And then we will take Lancelese. We will give him the final offers. And Rajach is done. And so he has been destroyed. It is officially over. We have finally finished our campaign against Rajach. And so with the ability to make 2 new locations, we're just going to do a mana trap there. And here for this city, we're going to do a Field of Ghosts, I think. Because I believe we already have a pumpkin farm elsewhere. So we'll go with the Field of Ghosts there. Now, we have that. Okay, I don't really mind about that. We'll take a futile shot there. This place, no, not you. Bitchton can take a shot, though, so we'll have him shoot at the skeletal warriors and finish them off. We have a level up, which is going to be for these gentlemen right here. We're going to give them movement, and we'll allow them to take a shot at that elemental. Good, good, good. We'll have this unit walk up to here, and he's out of movement points. That is unfortunate. And so we're actually going to start laying down the slaughter on this unit. I don't know if I want to take Blackcliff first, or if I just want to move towards a win right now. Closing for the win is a temptation, so I'm thinking about it. Over here we've got another catapult ready to go, so we'll start moving that towards its ultimate goal. And these units all need to start an eastward trek towards King Lich. And so we'll let them all take a turn off. We'll give them a brief leave to get a bit of health back, get themselves all recharged and ready for the next bout of combat. But with the size of this army and the dwarves and everything else, we've had a tremendously fortunate playthrough. I'll tell you that. As far as the game goes, we've gotten very lucky with our heroes. We've gotten very lucky with the units that the game has gifted to us. We, in general, have just made... Oh, that's my Gallius, okay. In general, we've had massive strides towards success here. This does not always happen. Sometimes the games are a bit more hard-fought. But honestly, on this one, I haven't noticed a whole lot of struggle given up on the part of our enemies. And these units are almost there, almost there. And so we're going to hit them with a wave of level 1s first, just kind of see, or tier 1s, just to kind of see what he's got hidden back there. Just to see what junk he's got in his trunk. And there's another blast from these wizards. And he's recharging at the moment. Although I think they might have a generic, yeah, they have a generic like magic missile type attack, so that's good. That'll keep them getting a little bit of XP. What kind of upgrades can we get for these guys? Let's just turn them into nukers, man. I don't even care. We'll give them all kinds of nuking abilities because I feel like going with the offensive approach has worked very well for us so far in this playthrough, and that's going to be the end of this turn. So hopefully from now on we only have to deal with neutrals and other pesky irritants. Looks like he's still struggling with Blackcliff. He just can't seem to get rid of those warriors of Grumgog, or those champions of Grumgog. He also seems to be having some problems with that elite, or I'm sorry, not that elite, that elemental up there. And it's true, those elementals can be quite snarky. They can be a bit snippy and difficult to take care of, so... God. I think with the way King Lich is fighting with tier 1 units, I think he's got to be about tapped out too, so I'm interested to see what kind of struggle he decides to throw down in this greater... kind of what struggle he throws down in these strides, these last little steps for success that he's fighting. But we've got him outgunned, outnumbered, and also just outmanned. This army, when it reaches his territory, is just going to do all kinds of nasty damage, so we'll see what happens when we get there. And so I may actually take a turn or two to set up the next attack and break off the episode, because I don't think you guys want to watch me move 100 units 4 squares at a time each time. Ooh, we got Volcano done. 300 mana, that's a pretty pricey spell. Let's open up our research here. It looks like we can go with a number of things, but I guess I'll go with, like, honestly, I don't even care at this point. We could really pick whatever we want. The order in which we're picking our magical abilities has pretty much, we've kind of run our course, so there's not a whole lot that the game's going to be able to do to stop us. Look at this map down here. That is the nice royal, like, purple color we like to see as we move along, so we're definitely making those final strides. Down here, we're not really wanting for anything at the moment, so I think I'll put in a fort, to be honest. Something that doesn't have magical damage, just to hold off these neutral forces, if indeed it's necessary. Let's get this level up. Ooh, level 8. There's lots of ooze going on right now. Let's see what he would do best with. And it looks like he's over 100 with everything except missile, but let's give him Pathfinder so that he can walk a little further, and I think that's really going to do it for him. We'll cycle through the rest of our units here. We'll give Lancelese another little break. This unit has finally finished off that elemental. That magic tower can take a shot at them, and we may actually have the forces we need right here to actually press forward at this point and fight with these champions of Grumgog, hopefully. I'm not going to put all my eggs in that basket, but maybe we can get something done over here just to kind of clear out this last little den of neutrals that I've been having a problem with. I am going to deprive that unit of its life force, though. He survived with 1 health. Yeah, it figures. It figures. So, other than that, let's just keep firing shots with Bitchdin and hope that things work out over here. I'm going to take this group and kind of sit them on top of this node and just add a little bit of extra defense to our northern border because we do have a lot of neutrals up here, and I know they're kind of stuck up in Elf Bush. They're stuck in an Elf's Bush or something, I don't know. They're stuck in Elf Bush, just to leave that as vicariously as possible, but we'll end this turn, and I think this is a great spot to break off this episode. So my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here in the Nerd Castle for yet another episode of our now coming to a close LP of Warlock, Master of the Arcane. I hope you've been enjoying it, and I hope you'll choose to join me next time. So I'll see you there, and take care out there, everybody.